Hello, my name is Sarah Landale and I live at Dumfriesshire House in Dumfriesshire. I'm standing here in our garden on a lovely, summery, hot afternoon. We do open once a year as part of Scotland's garden scheme, and I am also a district organiser and a trustee. I know that many of you have been watching the little video clips of the gardens in these rather bizarre coronavirus-filled days, and I have had real pleasure in visiting many places that I've never managed to get to. I have already posted a video of Dumfriesshire, so I'm not going to inflict that on you again. Instead, I'm going to tell you a little bit about Scotland's Garden Scheme, the charity, and what it does. It suddenly occurred to us that not everyone watching might really know what we were about. So here are a few words and facts and figures that might be of interest to you. Scotland's Garden Scheme was started in 1931 by ladies with large gardens who wanted to raise much needed funds for the district nurses in the days before the National Health Service existed. Traditionally, the gardens would open in the afternoons from 2 to 5 p.m. and there would be teas served. The majority of our gardens still follow the same format, with teas featuring very heavily. The important thing here, though, is that the reason for opening is quite simply the same. We open gardens to raise money for charity. Since that date, nearly 90 years ago, £7 million has been raised for charities throughout Scotland. Over the last 10 years, we have averaged about £350,000 worth of takings a year, which is rather amazing when you think that that all comes from garden gate takings and money for cups of tea. Around 500 gardens open every year. These are now of every shape and size, and we try to encourage as much variety as possible. We have villages and allotments, hotels even, and last year I had the railway station garden at Dumfries Station, in amongst others. We've had successful trails and are always keen to encourage people to open in new and different ways. I think you will even see the variety from the video clips. How do all these garden openings happen, you might well ask? Well, it is with a veritable army of volunteers. There are about 200 core volunteers working with us and under the instructions of 23 district organisers. The district organisers cover the whole of Scotland and are usually ladies, quite organised and often quite bossy, I speak for myself. Their job is to coordinate the garden's opening and to support them in every which way they can. There are treasurers in each area and helpers for photography, social media, putting up posters, people to help with parking, gardening, pouring cups of tea, and if you were to count everyone in, there would be closer to over 1,000 people involved every year. All people giving of their own time. Then, of course, there is the head office in Edinburgh, the centre and hub of the whole charity. They collate all the information for the famous yellow guidebook, which many of you will know. Here it is. They work ceaselessly and always enthusiastically to encourage, promote and support garden openings at every turn, and to try and ensure that we all find the experience inspiring, rewarding and above all enjoyable. Well, I certainly do, because it is a lovely charity to be involved with at all levels. Underpinning or hanging over the charity, whichever way you look at it, is a board of trustees of which I am a member. There are 7 to 9 people on the board, with David Mitchell as the chair. We are ultimately responsible for the charity and there to ensure good governance and financial sustainability. You might now be wondering, what about this money and where does it go? Does it still go to the nurses like it did in 1931? So nowadays it is a bit different. 60% of what a gardener opener raises at his or her opening goes to the charity of their choice. Many of these are local charities or charities which are close to the hearts of a garden opener for some personal reason. The garden openings may often become a very important community event. For example, if money was being raised for the village hall or the church, then all those people get involved too. Last year, there were just over 200 little charities which benefited from the garden openings. The other 40% goes to the elected beneficiary charities of Scotland's Garden Scheme. Currently, these are the QNIS, which is the Queen's Nursing Institute Scotland, which is a descendant of the original district nurses, Maggie's Cancer Caring Centres, which many of you will know about, and Perennial, which is a charity which looks after retired gardeners or gardeners' families which have fallen on hard times. We also give £5,000 a year to a guest charity. There are certainly very marked benefits to opening with Scotland's Garden Scheme, as I hope you might see. There's a stamp of recognition, there's being in the guidebook, which many people follow. There's support and promotion for your garden opening, both with the media and the form of promotional material. It is also good fun being with other people doing the same thing, and I for one would not want to open my garden without their support at my side. If you are interested in opening, please do look on the website for what to do and where to go. So, after all, who does not enjoy being in a beautiful garden, enjoying a cup of tea with a friend whilst knowing you're supporting a charity all at the same time? If you love gardening, what could be a better way of showing it off while raising funds for a charity all at the same time? And we are all increasingly aware of the therapeutic benefits of gardening and visiting gardens. This has become even more apparent over the past 2 to 3 months when we've been locked in at home. For many of us, the lucky people with gardens, the garden will have become even more a source of comfort and a focus for things to do and a place to go. And the love of those gardens is so apparent in the videos. I hope you will enjoy more tours of gardens across Scotland over the coming weeks, as we are not sure when any gardens might be opening up again. I also hope that when they do open, you will come and visit a garden for real. If you would like to donate in the meantime, there is a facility here on the website. Thank you to all those who do help, support and enjoy our gardens, and to all those who have posted their wonderful video clips. I hope you might have learned a little more about Scotland's garden schemes if you didn't know it already. It is just simply a very lovely charity. Thank you.